Hey everybody, it's Dr. Jo and cool sleepy Callie, and today I'm going to show you my 5-minute real-time ankle pain relief exercise routine. So let's get started.
Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert.
So for this ankle routine, we're going to start off with a 45-second warm-up and then go straight into some standing exercises for the ankles. So I'll tell you a little bit about it as we get warmed up. So let's just start off with some ankle pumps. You can do maybe 3 to 5 on each side, and then crunchy crunch with your ankle, just kind of pointing and flexing your toes. If you're really good, you can do them both at the same time to get that going. So instead of for reps and sets, we're going to go for time. Maybe now some circles with your ankles. You can go back and forth each way. So we're going to go 30 seconds, take a little break, and then 30 seconds again for each exercise. So you just go at your own pace, and then you don't have to follow along with my pace. You can go faster or slower if you want. So now we're just going to go ahead and stand up and start with some heel toe raises. So feet about shoulder width apart, going up, nice and slow down, and then lifting up the toes. So with heel toe raises, the big thing is to go slow and controlled, especially coming back down. When you lift your toes up, try not to stick your bottom back. You want to keep yourself upright and just lift those toes up. So going up, nice and slow, coming down, working your calves, lifting your toes up, working your anterior tibialis muscles. If you feel really good and you want to challenge yourself some more, you can do one at a time, but I would say just make sure you hold on to something because it's a little bit more challenging when you're doing one leg at a time. Again, if you just want to go up, down, take a break, toes up, down, take a break, you can. Eventually you want to try and kind of do this continuous motion, but again, go at your own pace. That one was a little bit faster, but as long as it's controlled, you can go a little bit faster, but you don't just want to let gravity push you down. You want to control it going back down. So nice, smooth, and continuous motion. But again, start off holding on to something if you haven't done these before, and then not holding on makes it a little bit more challenging. So the next one is just going to be some balance stuff. A Romberg stance is when you have your feet as close together as you can get them, and so that's a good way to start your balance. So when you keep your feet close together, it makes your center of balance smaller, so this is more challenging than just standing. So it might look pretty easy, but if you have some ankle pain or an ankle injury, this might be a little bit challenging for you. So it might look easy now, but it might be a little bit harder than you think it is. If this is easy for you, you can do some head movements side to side while you're in this Romberg position. Again, nothing fast, just kind of making your vision change, which sometimes makes that balance harder. You can also close your eyes, or you can also look up and down. But again, if you're going to close your eyes, make sure you've got something to hold on to or have someone near you so they can kind of make sure that you're balanced. But again, so you could just close your eyes like this. And a little bit of movement is fine. You can see I'm wiggling a little bit. Without shoes is harder. If you have shoes on, it's a little bit easier. You can look up and down. If you get all of that really done, you can close your eyes and then do your head movements as well. So again, those are ways to progress it. You might not want to start off that way right in the beginning. So the next one is a little bit harder balance, which is going to be a tandem stance. Tandem is just one foot in front of the other. Imagine that you're standing on a tightrope. You can do one foot in front of the other like this. If you need to modify it a little bit, just put one foot a little bit more in the front. So see, it's not right in front of the other, but it's almost kind of next to it and up a little bit. So you could start off this way, and then as you get going, then you can bring your foot up just a little bit more. This is one where you might want to do one in front of the other, and then when you take a break, then make sure you're switching feet, because usually the foot in the back is the one that has to work a little bit harder. So you want to challenge both of your ankles and your feet as well. And again, you can see that I'm wiggling a little bit. A little bit is because I'm talking to you, a little bit because I'm not looking forward, but your body's going to move a little bit because the world turns, and so your body's trying to find gravity while it's doing it. So again, if this becomes easy and you've done the holding on and now you're not holding on, you can do some head movements side to side, which makes it a little bit more challenging. You can look up and down, which is again more challenging. And then if you feel really, really good with it, then you can close your eyes. But again, like I said, I'd really maybe hold on first or have someone next to you, because that's a little bit more challenging for sure. So then the next one is just going to be a single leg stance, or balancing on one foot. Again, this is challenging those ankle muscles. This is making them work. This is really getting a good exercise for them. But make sure, again, you're holding on to something, or maybe try it with your shoes on first, because once you are barefoot, it makes it a little bit more challenging. Those feet muscles have to activate as well. So it's great, it's a good progression, but usually it's a little bit easier with your shoes on. And even if you just maybe have to put one finger on the countertop or the chair in front of you, or two, or just have it there in case you need to touch it a couple times, that's fine. And so I did that for the full 30 seconds, but again, if you need to just try 5 seconds and then put your foot down, you can, because it is more challenging than you think it is, doing that balance. So again, this is one where if you get everything, you're doing good, then you could start doing those head movements just a little bit. You can see if you look down at my ankle, it's working harder, because when your vision changes, your body has to readjust. And so that's why those are progressions. You can do, the looking up and down for that one as well. And then if you feel really, really good, then you can close your eyes and do that as a balance as well. But you can see then that I'm starting to lean over a little bit with that. So the next one is just going to be squats, or squats at a chair. And sometimes people are like, well, how does that help your ankles? But when you think about it, you're really working your ankles when you're squatting as well. You're getting good motion in your ankles. You're working your ankle muscles as well. So feet about shoulder width apart. Again, make sure you have a chair, something behind you. You don't have to go all the way down. You can start as a mini squat and get that motion. Because see how you can see that my ankles are moving. They're shifting, so they're having to work as well. Those calf muscles are working, the muscles in the feet are working. And then as you feel like you can go down more, you can get a little bit deeper and deeper until you're actually tapping on the chair or the bed or the couch that you're on. So this time I'll actually go where I'm touching it just a little bit, or that you're hovering right over it. So, you can come down and tap it and come back up. Or if you want to try going all the way down, you're like, ooh, that's a lot, you can go ahead and sit down, reset yourself, and nice and slow come back up. Just make sure it's a controlled motion each way, so you're not just coming back up and using momentum. You're really making sure that all those muscles are working, going down and coming up, or just going down, tapping, and then coming up, so you're not completely resetting. So there you have it. That was my 5-minute real-time ankle pain exercise routine. If you'd like to help support my channel by becoming a paid member, click on the join button or click on the link in the description below. What do they get? They get some sneak peeks, lots of extra perks, and just a whole lot of fun things. So remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.